So good morning, hello, and thank you for joining us on the first ever Morning Live.
Yes, every morning for the next 8 weeks, we will be here to get your thoughts on the things that matter most to you. And we're not only here to listen, we really want to solve some problems too.
Yeah, absolutely.
They didn't leave much to the imagination, did they?
Craig Revel-Horde will be here a bit later on. It was great, wasn't it?
Oh.
A smile on everyone's face, Strictly, on Saturday night, I think. And aside from Strictly, the topic I suppose everyone's been talking about over the weekend, Doctors, and is Wales, actually. And what makes an essential item and what's a non-essential item? What do you make of all? I think the Welsh Government are chatting to supermarkets today, aren't they? And we'll get more on that a bit later on. What about the other thing that hasn't been talking about this morning, about the extra level of restrictions? This Tier 4, Matt Hancock just said on Breakfast that they're not ruling this out.
They may need to do that, so it's not a big surprise.
Yeah, you know, I think this is going to have a big impact on people's mental health. It already is, but, and particularly like older people. I mean, my mum is really suffering at the moment. She really struggles with not seeing her family, not being able to go out, potter around, do the things that they do, her and Dad. You know, I think it's going to have a massive impact if we're now, stepping up the restrictions.
I couldn't agree more, and I think your family across the road might be doing something completely different. It's very, very hard to manage, and loneliness is a big, big, big problem.
Yeah, we talked about Wales. Scotland have got these extra levels as well. And if we go into Tier 4, is that basically the end of a social life, I suppose?
Yeah.
At the moment.
I'm the same, because I feel very privileged to come to work, and it's really difficult not being able to get home to see Mum and Dad in Wales at the moment to give them a hand with everything.
Yeah, but that's really tricky as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I have concerns over my grandson because at the moment I'm in his childcare bubble, but if things change, I'm not going to see him, and I can't imagine not being able to see him. You know, it's going to be really hard.
I never get used to you saying you've got a grandchild. It's amazing, isn't it? So we'll chat more in just a bit. Now, whether you agree with them or not, most of us have got used to wearing face coverings. But how good are we at washing them?
A recent YouGov poll suggested that only 1 in 10 of us who wear reusable masks are actually washing them regularly. And that got us thinking, how mucky do our masks get when we don't wash them properly or don't wash them at all? Sabrina Grant has been investigating.
My mask is going to get a jolly good pummeling today. I'm telling you now, because it hasn't had one yet.
No, but mine's always full of makeup.
It is.
It's disgusting. It is disgusting. Sabrina, welcome to the studio. It's gorgeous. Now, listen, be honest. You've just done that report there. Be honest, how often do you wash your mask? If I've had mine in my bag, it's usually got some kind of sticky sweet stuck to it because the kids have just...
Like glitter.
I had pencil shavings. Don't ask me about it. But like, surely, if we don't wash our mask at all, we're bound to catch something.
And thank you, because I know so many people are struggling with that at the moment. Thank you, Martel.
Yeah, thank you, Martel. Thanks for joining us. And Homes Under the Hammer is on right after us. Now, the clocks went back at the weekend, and for some of us, that meant a nice lie-in, didn't it, Gav?
Did you remember?
We don't kind of have to remember, do you? So everything does it for you.
That is true.
Except the kitchen.
The kitchen. The kitchen. Just
Kind of tie it in so that we get the idea that there is not a single part of your body that is not damaged by lack of sleep.
I'm a terrible sleeper. Terrible sleeper.
You're a terrible person.
I'm
That's
a terrible
your moral
person.
failing. You need to fix that.
No, but I've been to the doctors about it because I wake a lot.
Yes.
My trouble is staying asleep, and I always get told it's my age every time I go.
Well, you could say it's such an unfair thing to say, partly because it's like, well, you could say that to anyone of any age. Like, if you got a baby, you'd be like, oh, well, it's not sleeping because it's a baby. And then if you're by the bed, for me, that's massively important.
Do you struggle getting to sleep and staying asleep?
No, I get to sleep fine. It's the staying asleep
Right.
I can't do.
So I think we should get this sleep expert on and have a chat.
And I went through a weird phase of dream texting. But that's a
Did
whole
you
other
work?
story. Yeah,
Oh,
that
on
got-
tomorrow's show.
I'm telling you, yeah.
If I don't get a dream text, I'm going to be quite offended.
Anyway, some people who definitely wouldn't have slept soundly this weekend were the latest celebs to appear on Strictly.
Yeah, I think Friday night would have been slightly broken for a lot of them because Saturday sort of...
Surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
week 1.
Did it affect you, there not being a audience? Because we always think about the dancers and how it might affect them, but for you
Yeah.
as the judges, because you very often get booed, don't you?
Yeah,
for
I
your
was doing my
comments?
own internal booing. I could feel the vibratory.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
So we got some viewers.
We certainly have lots
here,
of comments.
actually,
Is
now.
Dr. Zan there? He's gone home. This is an interesting one, Doc. Pat on email. I think a lot of people have mentioned this before. Since we were advised to wear masks outdoors, I've developed a rash.
We've had Lee's emailed in saying, I have some spray that says it kills 99.9% of bacteria. Would this be enough to be used on clothes and my face mask between washes, or would washing...
Yeah. A lot of reaction to that film, by the way. And just to clarify, we were testing for bacteria, not for COVID, with those masks in the film. But so many of you got in touch, including Kelly, saying, I don't wash my masks as often as I should. But after watching that film, I'm going to watch them all the time now. They are actually in my machine right now.
Amazing.
Thank you, Zan.
Yeah.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And of course, It Takes Two is back tonight, 6:30 p.m. with Zoe Ball. Make sure you see that. Big thank you. Are you not on the show tonight, are you?
No, I'm not.
You're having a night off, are you?
Yeah, night off
All the
for me.
best next Saturday. Big thanks to Craig. And a massive thank you to all of you as well for all your comments on the show today.
And we'll be back tomorrow with another Strictly exclusive as Ali Ash reveals the private torment that has rocked his body confidence for years.
We will. Just quickly, you know the mask that... We've got the same mask, haven't we? We've definitely got the same mask.
Yes, we have, yeah.
okay,
Same one, but mine's
we
full
need
of
to put them in the wash for tonight, too.
Yeah.
Also on the show as well, as my mum opens up about her own anxiety, we'll be hearing about ways we can help you with yours as well. So please get in touch. Morning Live at bbc.co.uk. It's been a great first show.
It has.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye for now.
Bye.